Joined the military in 2006. I was with 40th Engineer, 1st Armored Division. We were deployed to Sadr City, Iraq in 2008 in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, or 2007. Was injured in 2008. Subsequently spent about 3 years at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Washington, D.C., recovering until I moved back to Michigan mid-2011. I went from being a 6'1", like 230-pound guy that was capable of doing just about anything, it seemed like, to being in a wheelchair with no legs. So a lot of it was, what can I do on my own? How can I figure this out? A lot of it had to do with just activities of daily living, like can I go grocery shopping anymore? Or will I need help with that for the rest of my life type of situation? So I just worked really hard trying to regain my independence just for normal things that you would do leaving the house, like putting gas in my vehicle and getting groceries and things of that nature, so I wouldn't have to depend on another person. Have you ever thought about woodworking as a career? And my answer was no. Never really thought about it. Kind of caught me off guard. So, did the paperwork, went through, demonstrated that I could operate machinery safely, and then it was kind of like, all right, man, have coffee, or there's a pile of wood over there. Figure out what you want to make.
Retired from the Army about 2 years ago, and after all that, like I said, I needed something to do to fill my time. I didn't really want to get back to work, but I wanted to be around people like myself. And the VA does some of that, and gives me some of those opportunities, but it wasn't the same as what I was looking for. So when I found out about this, I jumped on it, and I really had a interest in woodworking for a while, just really never tapped into it. Once I found out about this, I was here, started making cutting boards, and that's kind of grew into my own little side business.
People have been incredibly welcome. Ask a question, you get the best possible answer. And if you look at the workshop out there, I told my wife it's a little bit like music. People just move in, move out. There's no conflict. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be, and it shouldn't be a surprise. Veterans do know how to work together.
I really enjoy it, and I'm grateful that it's here because it gives me a place to come on one day a week. I'm just really grateful that it's here. And the camaraderie I got it with the other guys, it's just great. I don't know what else to say.
The atmosphere in this program is really contagious. There is a ton of camaraderie, and it's a really unique environment for our veterans to learn new skills and share and help each other share stories and just kind of learn from one another and learn from us at the same time. It's a very open and welcoming environment.
One of the coolest things about Woodworking Warriors is definitely has to be Luke. He always goes out of his way to try to help people with whatever their projects are, or help them figure out what their project should be. Not only that, he even goes out of his way for time that, to try to make sure that we as a group of veterans have the ability to do things that happen just outside of woodworking, like hunting. And that's not something that he has to do, but it's definitely something that was very cool. It allowed me to get my first ever buck last year, 7-point. Sat in the blind with Luke. It was such a cool experience, and definitely getting to know the rest of the guys in kind of like a deer camp setting outside of the wood shop was very cool.
My name's Luke Barnett, and I'm director of the Sam Beauford Woodworking Institute, and I'm one of the founders of the Woodworking for Warriors program, along with the Adrian Noon Rotary Club. I look forward to it. It's almost like a vacation day every single Wednesday, and I hope that they feel the same way. Everybody's really laid back. We get along very well. Everybody helps each other out, tells jokes. This program is absolutely worth community involvement, and I would encourage everybody in the community to come out and visit for a few minutes, and you can see that the impact that this is having on everybody. We have 135, 140 members, and it grows every single week, and that means that we're doing the right things here.
I read once that Maya Angelou said, I don't belong anywhere, but I belong everywhere. And as a Vietnam veteran, that's how I felt, interestingly. I don't feel like I belong anywhere, yet I should be able to belong everywhere. Here, I definitely belong. I'm very grateful.